We are live. Hey, bonjour everybody. This is
Hi.
Sylvie Boutique, and I have the pleasure to be with Geneva. Hey, Geneva.
Hi, I'm Geneva.
So
Welcome.
Geneva is she's a lot of things, and she is a celebrity makeup artist and very, very talented and such for. And she happens to be, and this is why she's here today, among other things. She is the co-founder and the creative director of a wonderful makeup brand called Dome Beauty that we have the pleasure to have at Boutique, a very, very innovative brand that we love, co-founded by Geneva and Mark Avellon, who's not far from here. Hey, Mark. So this Dome Beauty brand is not a traditional one. That's why we like it. It's because it's really a clean brand. They have this 360 degree clean approach that Geneva is going to talk about today through this award-winning mascara that comes with a brand new formula, and trust me, it's wonderful. It's really, really a life-changing formula and a lash-changing formula. A couple of things about this. So won an award, multiple awards actually. It took 1 year, over 1 year, for Dome to fix that formula. And one thing that Geneva is going to talk about is also the brush and how this formula and the brush work together. Because we tend to take mascara for granted, but it's not. It's a very complicated process, and they did it. A lot of lash conditioning agent in this new formula. They took TA off to make it non-toxic, and it's one of the very few out there in the market to be clean, like really, really clean. So I'm done for the introduction. Geneva, the floor is yours. I'm going to be back with the questions. Talking about questions, if you guys are on a website, you have to use the bottom right and on your screen, the bottom right part on your screen to ask questions. And if you're on Facebook, you use the comment section and I will pull them up. I am done. It's your turn, Geneva.
Okay. Thank you for that introduction. I'm Geneva and I love makeup. I've been a makeup artist for 6 years and I've done makeup for celebrities like Aquafina, Nikki Hilton, and Brooke Shields, and some male celebrities too, including like John Lemon from CNN and some people from the cast of Hamilton. So today we're going to talk about the 360-degree clean beauty concept that we have at Dome Beauty, what clean means to us and how we apply that to things, and how you can make your beauty routine a whole lot cleaner, especially with this mascara. So at Dome, as a makeup artist, I wanted a company that I could be proud of as a makeup artist, and that we could produce products that I could actually use and performed really, really well. And there's been this whole shift of companies who are becoming much more conscious of what we're actually putting in our products. And at Dome, we have this concept of 360-degree clean. So that covers 4 areas. It covers ingredients, packaging, application, and solidarity/inclusion. So when it comes to packaging, like for example, this is like one of our newer products. It's a highlighter, and I'll show you the texture. It has like this really nice texture to it, and it's our color, our shade, and everything. And what's great about it is that it's a rice husk. It's made of rice husks, so it's like a better plastic for the environment. And for our boxes, they're biodegradable, and we use a soy-based ink to help with that process too. And when it comes to the products, most of our products are manufactured in the EU, minus our brushes. So the EU bans over 1,600 ingredients, whereas the FDA only bans like 11 of those cosmetic ingredients. And when it comes to research, like we're just starting to do a lot more research on what goes into our products, and especially in the US, which is a little more behind than everywhere else in the world. So I grew up in Canada, and even Health Canada has banned a lot more ingredients than the US. So like a Benefit mascara here might have a different formula than what you'll find in Canada. So when it comes to bringing that concept to the mascara, we first had a formula that we really liked, but then we always thought that it could be better. And when we tried to solidify this concept of the clean beauty brand, of Dome as like a clean beauty brand, we knew that one of our favorite products, our most used product, mascara, had to go through a glow up of sorts. So we overhauled our formula, and we kind of used a lot of retailers like Rita Beauty and the EU list as kind of like a guiding light to see what we could incorporate and what we should take out. So for this formula, and I'll do a little demonstration. So there are olive oil derivatives in it. There's vitamins from the beetroot juice. This is the mascara brush. And we have like this really beautiful brush. So it's kind of like a figure eight or a helix, and it just like grabs all your lashes. So I'm just gonna. So if you look at my lashes, they're kind of short. You can barely see them. And this just does like amazing things with them. And the great thing about this mascara formula is that it's also volumizing. And it also, you can add as many coats to it as possible, and it'll still look separated. Because the main thing is when you're applying mascara, like for me especially, everyone has their own preferences, but I don't like super clumpy lashes. I like volume, but not clump. So this will deliver the perfect amount of volume without making your lashes clumpy. And like my technique is I just like to go like this a bit. I like putting the mirror below so I can see the transformation from this angle, and like I was just going straight, so I got some smudge there, but this just helps you just like apply it more evenly and in a cleaner way. So already, I usually like to do a little liner on top, but with this mascara, it kind of creates that shadow effect to make it look like you have liner on already. So compared to this eye, which has nothing, and then this eye, which has the mascara. Yeah. It's gonna do on the other eye, and I'll show you a different way to apply it too on this eye. You can also do like zigzag motions like this, and it adds volume in a different way. And then to get into these inner corners, I like to use like the top of this to get those like little hairs, just to add like a little bit more, just to give them a little more love, because we can't ignore those lashes either. And I like to add a little bit more on the outer edge just to give more of like a flared effect. So when it comes to this formula, we added olive oil derivatives, which condition your lashes. And Mare, my co-founder, she has like a very mixed background too with her family. And she has some Italian heritage. And so we were inspired a lot by like Italy. And this is also, a lot of our products are made in Italy as well. So olive oil, a huge staple in Italian cooking and everything. So naturally that became one of our products ingredients. So one of the main things that we had to take out of the formula is TEA. It's also known as triethanolamine. It's a surfactant. So surfactants and it are agents that kind of create like a foaming effect, and they can be found in detergents. So it's also blacklisted in a lot of like clean beauty retailers, mainly because they could contain something that's a carcinogenic, nitrosamines. And when it comes, and it's also like a pH adjuster. So we had to take that out of our formula and we replaced it with something that was just a bit better, potassium cetyl phosphate. The ingredient that we replaced it with has an EWG rating of 1, whereas DEA has a much higher rating of 5. So 5 is just a bit, like according to the EWG, it's not as safe. So besides that, we also incorporated beetroot, which has vitamins B9 and C, and then grapeseed oil to help with repair for your lashes. Because especially if you wear this like every day, and with like wearing masks every day, and like the eyes become such a large focus. So a lot of my favorite mascaras actually have the TEA ingredient in them. So I just wanted to create a formula that was something that worked really well on its own without any help, and still had a lot of ingredients that that go with our 360-degree clean brand. So yeah, like we think a lot about the formula now, where we have learned so much in general in the beauty community, and a lot of the FDA studies were from like the 60s, back when they were testing a lot on animals. We're also a cruelty-free brand. So the first mascaras were from ancient Egypt, and they mixed coal to darken their lashes, and that just helped them shield their eyes from the harsh sun. And then flash forward to the Elizabethan era, like women, especially with Queen Elizabeth, she had like really light hair and very pale lashes. So women started to dye their lashes to kind of create that effect. And if you look at portraits from the medieval period and Elizabethan period, it wasn't beautiful to have like super defined lashes and eyebrows and everything. So women tried to like emphasize like just have like a clean monotone face. And in the 20s, that's when the first commercial mascaras were produced. And one of the first versions of mascara was done by the company Rimmel, which also means mascara in several languages. And they just used coal dust and Vaseline jelly. And Maybelline was like one of the first that started using like a brush to apply to your lashes. And yeah, so we've definitely come a long way. Felt like I could give some more love to this eye. And yeah, now we know a lot more about what goes into your mascara. So yeah, and now even as a makeup artist in my kit, I've started to take out some of those mascaras, like the tried and true formulas, and I started to replace them with cleaner alternatives. And like as a makeup artist, one of the first things I ask someone is, especially like a model or a client, like, how are you allergic to anything? And I've noticed a lot more people are more conscious of what they've become allergic to over the years. And usually when I say that, I would like, oh, shellfish allergy? Like, no, just something that applies to makeup. Like, I've met models who are allergic to mica. Some who are allergic, a lot who are allergic to coconut, which is on a lot of products. And then some who like purposely would prefer the makeup artist to use cleaner products because they've had reactions to things like TEA. So that always stays in my mind when we're formulating products. So when it comes to the brush, so I'll show you with this. Like our brush is like the figure 8, and that's just so you can see a bit more. Yeah. There's a little X down there, but you can see that it, compared to like one of these brushes, this I feel like is the more like general brush. So ours is this one, and then this is just like a standard brush. So notice how this one is that brush is better for like little lashes, but ours is, you can use it on little lashes too, like mine. But this one, like, notice how you have like an even coat around, whereas this one is more conical. And I feel like you just get a lot more volume with this because it delivers the formula better on your lashes, just because of the way that it's designed. And the curves help like adhere to like the bend in your lash too. And then we also have this, compared to like this silicone one. Like, I used to love silicone lashes, but like silicone formulas, but all the ones that I've tried, they kind of just like scraped my eyes. And this one's great for like getting like this part, but like because of the way that ours is done too, it does a great job as well. And I find with this type of brush, too much product gets stuck here, like right underneath the ball, so it doesn't like deliver as much as I would want. So we spent a year doing this, like Sylvie said, so we kind of know exactly what we want and what we felt like what our customers wanted in the mascara. Yeah, so when it comes to mascara, there's like 3 components. There's the brush, the formula, and the wiper. So you've already seen the brush, and then the formula, we've talked about the incorporation of olive oil, beetroot extract, and grapeseed oil. So in addition to that, there's also this component, like the whole packaging itself. And this little thing in here, it's a wiper. So ours just removes the perfect amount of product, and it distributes it evenly amongst the brush. And sometimes you just have to like scrape off the top, but then you can apply it to your heart's desire. So another thing about TEA is that it could cause irritation and dryness, especially around the eye area. And some people have allergic reactions, like one of those models that I talked about earlier. And when it comes to application, this formula and this mascara just makes it a lot easier. And like another little thing that you could do is like you could rip off a piece of paper and like put it against your eye. Sometimes I use like a Q-tip for this and then just apply it. So it just ends up on the paper and not on your eyelid. And when it comes to the order that you apply, I like doing mascara towards the end when I've done all of my eye makeup. So especially when I've done my eyeliner, like it's harder to go back in and do like an eyeliner after all this because your lashes are just like in the way. Yeah, so what we've done is
I don't mean to interrupt, but we have a few things if you wanna like Lisa is telling us something. I mean, it goes with your demonstration and explanation. So she said, I look for mascara that give me lots of volume as my lashes have started to thin out. So that's exactly what you were showing with the few applications. So
yeah, so definitely, like as you age, your lashes and your eyebrows get thinner. I've noticed that happened to my mother as well. So I gave this mascara to her as well, and she loves it. Her lashes are even like stubbier than mine. So this is great for volume. Like, so you started like in the beginning, my lashes like were barely noticeable, but now like they really pop. And like I love volume, so I just keep on going, and it's a buildable formula. So if you keep on going, and it takes like a little bit to set, like I say it takes like 5 minutes to set, so that gives you enough time to like keep on building it and just adding more. And with the brush, it easily combs through your lashes, so you don't get that clumpy effect.
Yeah, and back to what you were saying regarding the formula itself, that you guys have enriched with like olive oil extract and all, and lash conditioning agent. So yeah, there's nothing really we can do with aging. The lashes go thinner, but
Mhm.
your formula is definitely helping, right, with keeping the lashes healthy. And anything you can say about that?
Yeah, so one of our main ingredients, like our, you'll notice in our Inky list, like the list of ingredients that we use, the olive oil and grapeseed oil, the beetroot extract, they're in the middle. So there's like a higher percentage of them. Because if you see something, like usually companies will be like, oh, this has aloe in it, but you'll see like aloe is like one of the last ingredients, which means it's like 0.1% of the formula. But the olive oil is higher up on the list, so there's a higher percentage of it, and it's just really great at conditioning your lashes. Like when a hairstylist might kill me for saying this, but like when I haven't used, when I've run out of conditioner, sometimes I just put olive oil on my ends to condition my hair, and it has a similar effect. Um, yeah, so we have another question.
Yeah, we have a question about going back to clean. So Lisa, thank you so much. And I also want to say thank you to Rosa, who said that she's also doing that little paper thing that you showed. So this is cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies. Belinda, very interesting question, because that's a question we all have, since it's all clean and there's no preservatives and all. How long can you keep it?
So we do have a preservative in it, but it's like a safer one. The shelf life of most mascaras is 3 months, and you should definitely replace your mascara after 3 months. Because I've seen, like sometimes I'll like have a client and they're like, "Oh, I want to use my own." I was like, "Okay," and then like she'll bust out like this really crusty mascara with like the name fading on it. I'm just like, you're supposed to replace it every 3 months, right? Um, so like that rule isn't, it's not like just an arbitrary one. So every time you open up a mascara, you're adding air back in. And when you're constantly pumping it, like there's some girls who like aggressively pump, you're putting air back in. And when these formulas get exposed to too much air over time, they become not as effective.
Yeah.
And they
Okay.
expire.
So
Yes.
90 days is when, no matter what, even if you haven't touched it, just open it a few
Yeah.
times, you
Like
have to
sometimes,
replace it.
yeah, I'll put it like a sticker at the bottom and I'll say which month I bought it.
That's
So
a
I know.
good one. Let's keep going with some other questions. So Emily, do you have other colors than black? So, or
Yeah,
coming?
so right now we just have black, but we are developing another mascara later on, and we want to incorporate more because even though we're a clean beauty brand, we kind of want to be like that fun clean beauty brand that you can use when you're going out to like New Year's Eve or parties, or like when you have like a really cute Zoom date or something.
Selma, that TEA thing, because I also have the same question. So, because not everybody knows about the TEA, so that's a very good point. So we should actually, all of us, look more at the ingredient list. So when we spot TEA, we should stay away from it. So what did you guys use to replace that TEA? And I think like brands like, what is it, like Benefit? I mean, popular brands do contain TEA, right?
Yeah, Benefit and Lancome. Like Lancome,
Yeah.
one of their mascaras is like one of my favorites. But it has CE. So we replaced it with potassium phosphate, which
Potassium, what, sorry? Potassium.
potassium phosphate. It's also an emulsifier. So like main ingredients, main things in mascara, it's like emulsifiers, conditioning agents, the color, um, and some conditioning factors too. There's like a bunch of things that go into mascara, but one of those, and the preservatives. So the potassium phosphate has EWG rating of 1, whereas TEA has a rating of 5, which is much higher, which like the higher the risk factor.
Yeah. I should actually start it with the question from Tessa about what is TEA exactly. So that's a toxic something, but what is it?
I wouldn't call it toxic because the FDA says it's okay, but it's just could be problematic with continued use. And because you use mascara almost every day, so close to the eyes too, it could have an added risk. And it's been on a blacklist of it's been on our blacklist and a lot of clean beauty retailers as well, because it could be contaminated with nitrosamines, which are carcinogenics.
Okay. So what you guys did is replace this TEA with whatever you used, and I can't remember it, but that's non-toxic, right? That's on a safe list.
Yeah.
And I want to insist also on something you said, is that all your ingredients actually comply, your formula complies with the directive of the European regulatory body, which is way, way, way more stringent
Very,
than
very
the US.
strict. Yeah.
So everything is actually, a lot of your ingredients are from there and made there, and more importantly, like comply with the rules there, which is a very important thing.
Yeah, they're much more progressive with how they communicate them too.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's something to remember. Different type of question about smear or smudge, customer surveys.
Yeah, this mascara won't smudge. Like, I actually love this for like the bottom lashes, because what was great about this formula is I do like insane runs sometimes. Like, I ran like a half marathon the other day, I just kept on running. I would start like Riverside in New York, and then I just made my way all the way down to Battery Park, and I was like, oh, that was a really long run. So I was wearing this mascara to test it out, and it was like 89 degrees. It was crazy because I'm insane. So, but it stayed on. It didn't like rub down my eyes. Like my whole body was like drenched in my own sweat. It was like really gross. All my sunscreen was gone, but my mascara stayed.
So it doesn't smudge. You have one super, but yeah, same question like Lisa, you're reading my mind, but it's not waterproof, right?
So no, this isn't a waterproof formula. We couldn't make it waterproof because of how restrictive we are with the ingredients. But is like, I could dunk my hand underwater and my mascara would stay on. So, but the other thing is it also comes off with just like your cleanser.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you know how a lot of waterproof formulas, like you're just like rubbing your eyes the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's an important point. Like, it's like waterproof. I mean, it's like as close as possible, but it's not the heavy duty waterproof when it comes to taking off. Taking off with like a cleansing oil or a regular makeup remover, right? You don't have to use a waterproof makeup remover, right?
Yeah.
So that's really a very, very cool formula, and I would say the rest of the line too. So did we cover it up, like the essentials? I want to bring up this promotion that we have for you guys. It's a great opportunity to go and try the brand. You won't regret it. 20% off with code DOME20 on our website. We extended it a little bit through Sunday to give you time. I mean, this mascara is, again, I'm saying it again, it's award winning, and sometimes we can roll our eyes and say, yeah, okay, award winning.
Yeah, we won a beauty shortlist award for 2020, like before it even came out.
Yeah, and it's like a very, very serious situation. Like you are against like the best of the best, and you guys won.
There's some really good brands up there, so we were really happy that we won.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, someone asked about like a survey too. So we're in the middle of that, and we've sent out a lot of our PR samples and stuff. And even my sister likes this formula, and she's hyper critical. And her lashes, she's very, very critical about when it comes to mascara, because her lashes are a little bit different than mine. Like mine will have like a natural curl, but hers kind of goes straight down.
Yeah, and I want to say that some of actually our boutique members are lucky to have the just received actually these days this new formula as product reviewers, and we can't wait to see what they thought. That should be awesome, and you guys also do your own stuff on your end. So, anything else that we would want to tell our audience about this new formula? Anything else you want to add, Geneva?
To always replace your mascara every 3 months. Don't share it.
But don't share it.
About our 360 thing is the application. We have like the charcoal infused brushes to minimize like the bacteria for the antimicrobial effect. But yeah, definitely replace your mascara every 3 months. Don't share it, and then just because something's clean doesn't mean it's not going to perform as well.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
Yeah. I think you guys did this this wonderful. You managed to combine actually the clean aspect of it with performance. It's like highly pigmented. I mean, when you say black, super black, it's super black. So
Yeah, I have some on my arm.
we can't see your arm here. Yeah.
Oh, wait. There. No.
No, the other way.
Like reversed. Okay, it's not away from my arm, but it's like very.
The shirt was made with the mascara. That would be the same. So yeah, super strong formula, preserve the lashes, a lot of conditioning agents, brand new formula that took a year.
That's like such a bit.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, it's super, super intense. And it
Yeah.
stays day long. You don't need to reapply during the day. And we know about that. And it's not because it's work from home and COVID and all. I mean, even if you had the mask, this pop is doing all the talking. So if there's one thing you should indulge for, it's mascara, because that's what makes the eyes pop. And this one, you won't regret it. So yeah, you're gonna love it and everything about the brand. So guys, unless Geneva, you wanna add anything else, we're gonna leave the floor and let everybody go back to whatever they were doing.
Well, that's
Thank
it. Really excited about this formula. It's a huge improvement, and we spent like a year on it. So
Yeah, and
like
it's
kind of
and
annoyed
it's all over. I know that you guys have a ton of new stuff in the works as well, including like already some
highlighter coming out. It's really pretty.
Yeah.
And then we have like a lip gloss coming out. Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah. Everything about the eyes, I mean, you should check with Dome because the eyeshadows are beautiful, and the same as the mascara, you could very much copy and paste whatever we said. I mean, besides the brush and all, but it's a very, very cool line that's gonna very much I mean, coming in like all different beautiful colors. Mascara is intense black today, and very likely some other things are coming. So Geneva, thank you so much. We love you guys. We love Dome, and everybody, thank you for being here. Thank you for your questions, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Great.
Bye. Have a good one.
Bye.